From effervescent tablets and powdered drink mixes to gummies and even lollipops, greens have made their way into the mix of the country's multi-billion-dollar supplement industry. With 9 in 10 Americans struggling to eat the recommended daily number of fruits and vegetables, many are now turning to these products to help them get their vitamins and minerals. And a lot of these things also promise to increase your energy, aid in digestion, and support your immune system.
You've been sold the dream. That one scoop of green powder can fix all your health issues, but what if I told you it's all just green smoke and mirrors? Let's discuss mean green powders, with particular focus on the most popular, athletic greens or AG1. You've probably seen it all over social media, touted by influencers and health gurus alike. But what's the real deal here? Let's find out. If you are really looking for a good supplement, that really does work. Make sure and watch to the end. I will share with you a supplement that is scientifically tested, FDA approved, designed for your needs, and to tackle your deficiencies, and a third, the cost. The journey of green supplements can be traced back to the broader narrative of dietary supplements, which have roots in ancient medicinal practices, but took a modern turn in the 20th century. The concept of using concentrated plant extracts for health dates back thousands of years, seen in traditional medicines like Ayurveda in India or traditional Chinese medicine. The modern supplement industry began to take shape in the mid-20th century with the isolation of vitamins. In the 1940s and 50s, as vitamins were synthesized and isolated, the idea of supplementing diets with concentrated nutrients gained traction. The specific trend toward green supplements like wheatgrass and spirulina surged in the 1970s and 80s with the health food movement. This era saw an increased interest in natural and organic products, leading to the popularity of superfoods. Wheatgrass, for instance, was promoted by health advocates for its supposed detoxification and energy-boosting properties. The 1994 Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act in the U.S. provided a framework for the regulation of dietary supplements, distinguishing them from foods and drugs. This legislation spurred growth in the supplement industry, including green powders. First off, let's talk about the hype. AG1 has become the darling of health podcasters and fitness influencers, promising everything from boosted energy to better skin health.
It's so inauthentic, it's so obvious you've just paid him. It doesn't make any sense of why that would influence someone to buy the brand. And it was a big thing is I really discovered early on is that influencer marketing, you have to be aligned, you have to congruently have this brand fit.
But at nearly $100 for a month's supply, it raises the question, are you really getting your money's worth? When you look at the cost, $99 per month is not just a small investment. For that amount, you could buy a substantial amount of fresh fruits and vegetables, which are scientifically proven to provide similar, if not superior, health benefits. So let's scrutinize what you're actually buying. One big issue is transparency, or rather, the lack of it.
This is known as a proprietary blend.
A proprietary blend, it is a name that contains a various number of ingredients, and they don't have to tell you the actual quantities of the individual ingredients. That means they can call some proprietary blend some catchy phrase like the muscle blend, and then simply provide a lower than effective dose of many supplements and make it look like they've done everything to make the supplement awesome.
Fortunately, ingredients are legally required to be ordered in quantity from most to least. We know a serving is 12 grams, so we can reverse engineer and estimate the serving sizes. These 2 grams of fiber are coming from inulin, meaning everything else before this is 2 grams or more. Therefore, the first 5 ingredients make up 10 grams of the 12-gram serving.
Where's the evidence? After consulting with a performance nutritionist and researching scientific literature, we found that many of these health claims are not backed by solid evidence. Sure, the ingredients might be beneficial in isolation, but in these unquantified blends, the jury's still out.
Okay, so I do have some thoughts on this. I think that calling, for example, Athletic Greens 1 or AG1 a high-quality greens powder is a little misleading. I think it's more of a multivitamin. In fact, I'm not impressed with AG1 being anything more than a multivitamin. If that is how you prefer to take your multivitamin, I think go for it. It does look like it is a pretty good quality multivitamin. But if you think you're getting additional benefits, like you're getting greens from it, that is not likely the case at all. There's very minuscule amounts of the quote-unquote superfood complex and the quote-unquote nutrient extract and the probiotics that are in that blend. So, I mean, the amounts are so minuscule that there's absolutely no way that you should be considering this a greens supplement. It should be a multivitamin, and that is the way to think about it. It is a multivitamin.
Marketing around these powders often suggests they can substitute for a balanced diet. This is misleading. No powder, no matter how green, can replace the fiber, vitamins, and natural compounds you get from whole foods. It's a classic case of marketing overshadowing nutritional science. Interestingly, health professionals often point to the placebo effect. If you believe something will make you healthier, you might feel better. But is that enough to justify the cost and the shift away from real whole foods?
Have you heard from people who've taken these supplements about improvements they've noticed?
I've not seen specific examples of that, like people who take these dietary supplements often will tell me they feel better for a little while, but it doesn't last, and a month later, they're off of them.
Moreover, green powders might not even address common deficiencies like iron or vitamin D effectively. They're more akin to a multivitamin than a full nutritional overhaul. And for gut health, they can't compete with the fiber content of diverse plant foods. Let's talk about influence. The role of media and influencers can't be understated. Their endorsements can skew consumer behavior towards buying into trends rather than understanding nutrition. This isn't about demonizing influencers. It's about questioning the narrative they promote.
Athletic Greens.
Athletic Greens AG1.
AG1, that's what it's called, Athletic Greens.
Athletic Greens 1, also known as AG1.
AG1. AG1.
But it has a rather controversial history. It's called Athletic Greens.
So, what's the takeaway? Green powders like AG1 are not a panacea for health. They might have their place, but they should never be seen as a substitute for a diet rich in whole foods. We need to approach health with critical thinking, focusing on evidence-based nutrition rather than the latest supplement trend. Speaking of which, as promised, here is the best supplement out there. I've been taking it for 2 weeks so far, and I've seen great improvement for my needs. Bionique uses AI to recommend a formula specifically for you, based on your answers to a very thorough quiz. The company is based in Switzerland, and after going through rigorous Swiss testing, it has been approved by the FDA. But again, I take this as part of a balanced lifestyle. No one supplement can replace good lifestyle habits. If you would like to learn more, check out my other videos. Thank you, and stay informed.